Hello and welcome to Code Your Way. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to loop your code back to the beginning or to the middle, anywhere using a procedure in Python. Okay, so I've got here a currency converter. You can download it yourself and try it out here. So I'm going to go ahead and run this code, and then you can see how it works. Okay, so at the moment you've got an input, which is you enter the pound value, so let's say 56. Then it'll ask you here what currency you'd like to convert it to, so euros or US dollars, so you can choose 1 or 2. So let's say you choose 2, and then it shows you the US dollar value. Now what I want it to do is I want it to ask me a question here. Would you like to run the converter again? And hopefully if I say yes, it should take me back to enter pounds, and if I say no, then it should exit. Okay, so that's what we're hoping for. So the way to do that is you define the code. Okay, so at the moment this code is just running on its own initiative, and it needs to be under the umbrella of a definition. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to define the code, and we're going to call this main. So so define main and just keep it as I'll just call it main for now. Okay, and you can see it's just got a semicolon here, so let's not forget that. And right at the bottom, what we want to do is we want to create a new if function. Okay, another thing that's important is all the code that's under this definition of main, it needs to be indented. So I'm going to indent this particular region and then create a new if statement. Okay, and first I'm going to go ahead and create a variable called repeat. Okay, and what I'm saying is if repeat is okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say if repeat is equals to yes, and then do the action else otherwise print by. Okay, and we can even exit the code. Okay, so what we've written here is if the user says yes to this particular question here, then we want it to loop back to main. Okay, and what we can go ahead and just do is just type main here and run it regardless. Okay, because it's under this kind of umbrella here. So what that'll do is it will ask the user if they'd like to run the converter again, and if they say yes, then it will loop it back to the main, and then it'll ask them to input their pound GBP value again, and it'll go through the procedure thereafter. However, if somebody does type capital Y yes to this answer here, then it won't work, because we've said that if repeat has to be equal to yes in lowercase. So we want to convert this line into lowercase, so we just ensure that the lower is selected. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and run that module. Okay, so in the pound value 45, I'd like to convert to euros. Okay, and then it asks me, would you like to run again? Yes, and then it asks me to enter pounds again, 34. Would you like to run again? If I go to select no, and it will say, do you want to kill it? Okay, and then I can go ahead and kill it if I wanted to, but it stops the program from running. Okay, now let's say I wanted to change that and rather have would you like to run again? Would you like to change the value to a different currency. Okay, so now what we're asking is slightly different, because we don't want to loop it right back to the beginning, but rather we'd like to loop it to we'd like to loop it back to this particular question here. Okay, and that is which currency would you like to convert to? And so everything in that has to be indented here. And let's go ahead and run that module. So you enter pounds, 45. Would you like to convert 1? Okay, would you like to convert the value to a different currency? Yes. And then you can select 2, and it will change it to US dollars. And then you can say, would you like to change the value to a different currency? No. And then it concludes the program. So that's how you select, that's how you loop the program back to either the beginning or to a different variable within the program in Python. We hope that helps.